For the morning of my wedding, I hired a fancy penthouse apartment for myself and the bridesmaids to get ready. Laura is the biggest party animal out of all of us, so naturally we questioned why she wasn't drinking. Laura then told us she was pregnant. Of course, I was happy for her, but obviously the focus was then on Laura and her pregnancy and not getting us ready for the wedding, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we all get ready and headed to the venue. The photographer kept us outside the venue for a short while so he could do posed photos with myself and the bridesmaids. I was holding my bouquet, Anna and Kelly were holding theirs, but Laura placed hers on the floor and was standing with her hands cradling her stomach as if to emphasize her bump, which she was only 12 weeks pregnant. The photographer asked her to pick up the flowers so we could all be holding the bouquets, and Laura refused and said, "Oh, it's okay, I'd prefer to stand like this," and carried on cradling her stomach. We always like see in movies about the joke that like your friend will stand you up on your wedding day by announcing she's pregnant, blah, blah, blah. Obviously she can't really get around it because she's not gonna drink alcohol and you're gonna ask why, so she's gonna have to tell you that she's pregnant. But you could have told them like maybe before the wedding and just said, "Hey, I don't want to take away from your special day, so I just want you to know like I'm only 12 weeks pregnant, but I won't be drinking, blah, blah, blah." That's what I would have done, because now all the photos do look weird. My attention in the photo would go to the woman whose belly is like that and she's holding her belly. You know, my sister was a horrible bridesmaid. She was supposed to be maid of honor, but refused to do any of the responsibilities. She would literally call me a bridezilla and yell at me for nagging her when I asked her to help with anything from planning and decorating. She did make the cake though, in the one flavor I asked her not to use because my husband and I both hate it. Why? Like, why was she supposed to be your maid of honor? I'm confused. Your sister sounds like she sucks. Why was she supposed to be maid of honor and why was she a bridesmaid? Honestly, if she was giving me a hard time from the start or any of this nonsense, I would say, you can just be a guest then. Like, you don't have to stand at my wedding if you don't want to. Obligatory, not my bridesmaid. One of my best friends got married a couple of years ago, and one of our other best friends was maid of honor. We were a group of 6, but the bride and maid of honor were inseparable ever since they both found out they were pregnant within a month of each other. The entire wedding and reception, maid of honor was in the worst mood ever, to a point that her own father told her to stop being such a spoiled brat in what was meant to be the happiest day of her best friend's life. There's only a handful of photos where she's actually smiling, and at one point of the night, her mom's dress had broken and maid of honor actually screamed and shouted at her for it like it was her fault in front of so many people. This girl sucks too. Why? Like, why are you in such a bad mood? Like, if they're pregnant at the wedding, I don't know if that was tied into the wedding or they were pregnant before, whatever. Leave your feelings at the door. You know, it's better to just, even if you just have to sit at the table, smile and nod because you're in one of your freaking moods, fine. Snap out of it though. Don't take it out on other people. This is one day, y'all. One freaking day. I went to wedding dress shopping with a couple of bridesmaids and had an 11 a.m. appointment at a bridal salon. One of my bridesmaids had been drinking before our appointment and showed up totally wasted. She was loud, slurring, grabbing different wedding dresses off the racks. The salespeople kept asking her to sit down, but she wouldn't listen. She finally said that she could tell she wasn't wanted there and left, and she was driving out of the parking lot. She hit the salesperson's car and drove away. They took down her tag number and called the police, who came to the scene and interviewed me as part of the investigation. Oh my God. Later on in the afternoon, she called me, screamed. Oh my God. She didn't even remember hitting the car. Awesome. Great. Imagine this happening and you're trying on dresses and next thing you know, your day is turned into like a legal investigation and you're being interviewed by the cops. Who let her get in that car? That's what I want to know, ladies. I would have taken those keys from her and shoved them down my pants because there's no freaking way my friend is driving if she's wasted. The negative Nancy. Poor Nancy's and Karens and stuff like this, like Judy, Attitudey, all these people who get like, these nicknames. That's why I just gave myself the name Sassy. Because I'm like, people are gonna call me it anyway and I can't call myself on YouTube, so Sassy it is. I chose my best friend of 16 years to be my maid of honor. Big mistake on my part, as she has a strong personality, can be very controlling, and is studying to be a lawyer, so she believes she can never do any wrong. About 4 months ago, my fiance and I were thinking and decided it'd be cheaper and easier to just have a backyard wedding to save some money. That's cute. So they were gonna spend $16,000 at their current one. I told my maid of honor about it and she basically just pooped all over the idea. She called it trashy and a glorified graduation party. Thinking it could do no harm, I asked her mom if it'd be a possibility for us to have the wedding in her backyard. She declined because of liability issues. Fine. The next day, my maid of honor confronts me and calls me a crappy person and selfish for going behind her back and asking her mom. They don't have the best relationship, but they still talk every now and then, and I really thought it wouldn't be an issue. I apologized over and over to talk to my friend, while she repeatedly told me I was stupid. Okay, so you kicked her out of the wedding. That's a tricky situation. First of all, if I choose to have my wedding in a backyard, why are you calling it trashy and a glorified graduation party? Sometimes people can't afford big weddings, and a backyard wedding can still be special and beautiful. That is what it is about. It's not about the glitz and the glam for some people. The whole mom thing though, ooh. I feel like that, yeah. I mean, I feel like if you know they don't have a good relationship, I do think you should have gone to your friend and said, hey, would you mind if I reached out to your mom to have it in her backyard? But you admitted you were wrong and you apologized. I feel like that's something that could be forgiven. You know what I mean? I was in a wedding where one of the other bridesmaids was asked to give the band a CD for the couple's first dance. Well, they played the wrong track, same song, different version. The couple didn't even notice, but the bridesmaid was furious. She raged loudly against the band during the dance and yelled at the band lead after. When I tried to calm her down by telling her the couple didn't even notice, she yelled, but I did, and this is about me. Ew. No, it's not. At your wedding, it's about you. At mine, it's about me. Not even freaking notice because I was too busy dancing with my man. So why the f do you care? When I told my bridesmaid that my wedding date was in November, she said that was stupid and I should move it to summer. Then when I chose gold for the bridesmaid dresses, she said she would wear it because it made her skin look pasty. She went so far as to call all the other girls to convince them to tell me no. It's not about what you freaking look like. I don't care if you look as pale as a ghost. I also don't care if you look orange from a spray tan. I don't care. I'm picking the dress color. Like, I'll be damned when I stand in a wedding. I'm like, that color actually makes my skin like a little bit pale. Can we change the color theme? My photographer got married a couple months ago. Small affair on a small budget, as we don't believe in spending thousands on a wedding. I like your style. Our photographer is newly starting out, but takes great pics. We got a small package, USB with 300 pics on an album. We got our photos back yesterday, sat happily on the sofa looking at our pictures together, and we scrolled onto one of my bridesmaid with her family, then another one, and it goes on. 43 pictures of her and her family, and its location that's quite a distance from the reception, so they have gone purposely to do them in private. Am I being unreasonable to be very pissed off? She just texted an hour ago to say can she see the pics? I've yet to reply. I'd be more confused than pissed off, but absolutely you have a right to be upset because you're buying those pictures and you could have had 43 more photos of you on your wedding day and your family and your friends and your special moment. So yeah, I'd be like, what the hell were you thinking for you and your family to go off and use my photography? Use your freaking cell phone if you want pictures of you and your family. It was supposed to be the best day of their life. Instead, their maid of honor got drunk, ran over the best man, exposed herself to deputies, assaulted 2 medics, and got herself arrested. That's a lot to absorb. Got drunk, hit someone, exposed herself, assaulted. Oh my God, girl, what a day you are having. Like, is the best man okay? Just wondering, is he good? Like, did she, is it murder or? Man, I worry about open bars at weddings sometimes because you just never know what you're gonna get from the crowd. All right, guys, well, those are some entitled bridesmaid who ruined the day. Would you be forgiving of these people? Let me know in the comments what you think and leave a like on the video. But before I get out of here, I'm going to do today's sassy shout out, and it goes to Nancy Torgy. They said, I've been married to my man for 13 years now. I totally trust him. He has a lot of friends, male and female. Relationship goals. This is what I want. Listen, we are allowed to have friends of the opposite sex because genuinely, when you're a genuine, loyal person, you can have friends and it simply be just friends. I'm getting out of here though, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Leave a like, subscribe, do all the things, but more importantly, stay classy out there and stay sassy, but not on your friend's wedding day. We had champagne, and as we were pouring it out, Laura said none for her. Now Laura is the biggest party animal. All of us were, holy moly, this is a long one. Obligatory, I've never used that word in my life. The police. Did you guys hear that siren? Excuse me. Let's do hello? Where's my shout out? Sorry, my computer's like in the way. Have you even subscribed to the channel yet? Don't be a fake fan. Hit that subscribe button. You know you want to.